Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pokémon FireRed. Yeah, I've just rescued Lostel from 3 Island. Oops, wrong button. You still haven't got anything else, do you? I can't tell you how grateful I am for your rescue of Lostel. Thanks to your feat, the people of 3 Island have changed their attitudes about Kanto people. And I'm from Kanto, you see. The people of 3 Island helped me add to my merchandise. Ah, so that's how it works. You now also sell Soda Pop? And Ultra Bolts. I could actually use some of those. How about 46? Nah, let's go 56, why not? Don't think I've got any more nuggets, do I? Nope. Oh. I should have 2 leftovers, actually. I just saw them while scrolling past. And thought I might as well give them to someone. I will give the leftovers to Gengar, one of them. And the other to Charizard. Gengar, because it has low HP, so having a health restoring item seems useful. And Charizard just because he's my starter. And I might very well switch those out. I have a bunch of items for holding that I never ever actually use. Anyway, let's go back to 1 Island and tell Bill that we delivered the stone. I'm also getting a bit of sore throat, I don't know what. Anyway, having a drink here, so from time to time I'll take a sip. Oh hey, Strange. What kept you so long? Been out having a good time? We got it done. The PCs are up and running. The job went incredibly quick. Bill is one amazing guy. No, there was almost nothing left for me to do. Celio, I have to hand it to you. You've learned a lot. Oh, really? Well, there you have it. I'm finished with the job. We should head back to Kanto. Celio, I'll be seeing you again. Strange, I'm really sorry that we sent you off alone today. I promise I will show you around these islands sometime. So now we're going back. That was just a bit of an interlude, basically. We're now back to, I guess, the original story. Hey, wasn't that a long cruise? My buddy Celio seemed to enjoy your company. I'm sure he'd welcome you if you were to visit him again. If you have a tri-pass, you can always take a ferry there from Vermilion Port. Alright, thanks for your company. Okay, did I actually restore my Pokemon? Everyone seems to be fine. Okay, so, yeah, a bit of an interlude. We can now, whenever we like, fly to Vermilion. Right here. And take a boat to go back to the islands. What's this? That closes the fly menu, fair enough. But right now there isn't really much of a reason to go there. I guess this is going to be something of an optional episode. I'm just going to go to the left here, to the right here, sorry. And just show you the alternate path to the Seafoam Islands. But I think you have to actually go from Fuchsia City. Otherwise you're not going to be able to get all the way through the dungeon. I think this is sort of a different way out rather than a different way in. But I'm not sure. Maybe they changed that, maybe it was never like that. I always went the way I went on video as well, so maybe it's possible to go the other way. I don't quite know. Hello, woman. Apparently, you've been swimming here from Cinnabar. And this should get me the level up, I'm hoping. Wow, 5 attack and 5 special defense. I guess that's because of some stuff I fought. Shame about the... Actually, the stats are okay. They kind of evened out. Nothing particularly striking about them. But it's Gyarados time. My only level 56 Pokemon left. Wow. And I don't know, level 56, maybe 57 by the time we actually get to the Elite Four, maybe even 58. We won't need to do much leveling for those guys. I think the strongest Pokemon we will encounter there is level 660-ish. So we might actually be fine. And I still have a bunch of rare candies that I can just dish out for a few more levels for everyone. There's no sense letting them go to waste, and as I've explained before, at this point I probably have enough experience already that I can use rare candies without losing a single stat point. I'm not sure if that was the case in the original Red and Blue games, because the whole effort value system, which was designed to make it so that rare candies made Pokemon a little weaker, it was different back then. There was a system, but it's not the same as it is now. So I'm not entirely sure what the actual difference is. And thus I'm also not entirely sure if there was a limit on it. I know in this game, basically second generation onwards, I think, there's an upper limit on how many of these effort values you can get, and once you've gotten all of them, basically you might as well use rare candies because you're not losing out on stats anymore. Not sure if that was the case in the original games. The effort values you got depended on the stats of the opposing Pokemon, and not so much on the let's put it this way. In this generation, each Pokemon has a specific effort value that it just gives you when you fight it. So it only depends on the species of Pokemon. For example, every Shelder is going to give you 1 effort value for defense. Might not be the actual case, but just go with it. I'm just explaining it, so I'm making up a fact. So every time you defeat one of these Shelders, you get 1 effort value for defense. For the original games, it depended on... You wrote your bird Pokemon here. You know Fly doesn't work that way, right? Anyway, for the original games, it depended on what stats the opposing Pokemon actually had. So one Shelder might give you different values than the next, because it has different stats. But I really never looked very much into how it worked in those very old games, because quite frankly these days I wouldn't want to play them anymore. Just in terms of the Pokemon, the original games I like them quite a bit, because they had some very cool Pokemon. They didn't have too many, they had some very cool ones, some interesting ones, very strong ones, but it felt like 150 was just a good amount, because they weren't running out of inspiration. There's very few Pokemon in the original generation that I find really just... blech. So, yeah. But obviously from a technical standpoint, the first gen games, Red and Blue, were not exactly... well, I mean, I guess for their time they might have been good, but they're definitely not good anymore. So that's why I really like these remakes. They are, from a technical standpoint, much more advanced. Not quite perfect, obviously, as the Pokemon games continued being made. They also continued to improve, just making them better to use, easier to handle and stuff like that. Even though I really hated when they added the touchscreen stuff in the DS version, because just the way it works with a handheld, obviously you just hold it in your hand and you've got one thumb doing the directional keys, I guess the D-pad kind of thing, and the other doing, you know, A, B, X, Y. And then you've got the shoulder buttons as well. And, you know, while moving around, talking to people, you would want to use that. But it seemed that the way they optimized the fighting engine in the games was so that you were meant to use the touchpad. But to use the touchpad, you were supposed to use that sort of pen thing that came with the console. So you would then have to pull out the pen, use it, and, you know, if you're at home, you can just put it down on the table or whatever. But if you're actually doing mobile gaming somewhere, and incidentally we are now at Seafoam Island, so I'm flying back to Viridian City. You know, if you're on a train or something, you may not want to put your personal equipment on the seats that disgusting people sat on. So yeah, you kind of have to slide it back into its location thing, like the slot where it goes on the console. And then every time you fight again, you have to take it out again, because that's just how fighting is optimized. So I ended up using just not using the stick, the pen, because you could use the D-pad and A and B for fighting, but it wasn't meant for that. It was slower and tedious. So yeah, I found that a bit of an annoyance, the way they included that. But aside from that, the games really did improve quite a bit. Anyway, this gem here is now actually available for use. It's the final gem of the game. Viridian Gem's leader returned. Up until this point, if we try to enter this, it's basically the gym leader's currently gone. So we can't do anything here. And let's just talk to this guy, because I haven't talked to him at all, really, I believe. Yo, champ in the making. Even I don't know the Viridian leader's identity. But one thing's certain, this will be the toughest of all the gym leaders. Also, I heard that the trainers here like ground-type Pokémon. Which is correct, this is the ground-type gym. But we'll also encounter some fighting types and some poison types, I believe. And these tiles here we already know from certain Team Rocket lairs, I guess. I actually didn't mean to do that. Can I escape rope from this place? I doubt it. It's not an issue at all. Yeah, I can't use it. I just wanted to actually show you something. Anyway, let's just pretend this never happened, right? Taking a sip of my drink here. Shouldn't be too loud because I'm actually using a drinking straw. But, just trying to explain my silence, I guess. Okay, I think we'll intimidate each other. I wish they made it so this ability worked slightly differently, so that, you know, two Pokemon trying to intimidate each other. Either it doesn't work at all, or maybe it kind of works... Oh wow, you paralyzed me. Dick. Or they could make it so that, I don't know, the faster Pokemon gets the intimidate, or maybe use the attack stat, the one that has the higher attack stat actually successfully intimidates, something like that. I just think, you know, two intimidating Pokemon trying to intimidate each other, it doesn't make sense that they both get intimidated. Only the stronger one, by whatever definition, should be successful. Changing to Alakazam here because Gyarados is paralyzed, which I can fix after the fight. I think Tauros is a normal type anyway, so it doesn't matter what I'm using. But it's certainly intimidating. I mean, it is a big bull. Let's go Psybeam. Should be sufficient. Pretty much. Good night. No, I meant to go to the bag, open the berry pouch. Cherry berry, that will work. I will fight that guy eventually, I just wanted to show you sort of the quick way. So the quick way through this gym, I don't think they ever fixed that. I think it still works. Anyway, you fight this guy. And basically this method allows you to bypass all of the sort of spinning pad things. Okay, you've got a ground-type Pokémon, which is funny because I have Surf. He has a lot of Pokemon, 5 in total, that's quite a bit. Most trainers you encounter normally throughout the game don't have quite as many. But I guess it doesn't matter, it's just good experience. Bling, 57. Now it's Alakazam time, which is good because we've just about... well, we're about to face a poison type, poison ground. Confusion should be ample. And even a Nidoqueen, or Nidoqueen, something. Anyway, let's go for a Psychic because I can. And I know that currently Alakazam has a fairly limited moveset. It's very monochromatic, I guess. But I'll work on that once I've got him to a sufficient level. I don't know if he learns any other moves, basically. Okay, basically, next thing you have to do is fight this Karate King. And I should have changed Pokemon, but didn't. Sorry about that. Like Belt Takashi or something. Anyway, he should die to Surf and then I can switch Pokemon. Oh, he did not die to a Surf. It's interesting. But fighting is not effective against me because I am part flying. And apparently Dark is not effective against fighting. Of course we want to change Pokemon. Because this will be super effective. And there goes Takashi. Now, this guy is blocking our path. Oh, we're all level 57 now, that's cool. Also, once again showing that Gyarados, which as a Magikarp was useless, is now actually, in terms of HP, our best Pokemon. Anyway, what you do then is you leave the gym and you instantly enter it again. And I still can't sprint in here, I keep trying. And we've defeated this guy, and we've already defeated this guy. And now we can just walk straight up to the gym leader over there. Which you might recognize him, you might not. But I don't intend to do so, I'm going to fight all of the other trainers in here first. Just wanted to show you, if you're sort of well trained enough and no longer interested in the experience these guys offer, that's the fastest way you can get to the gym leader. And good night, Sandslash. Now obviously the guy that moved forward, he does not block the only path to the gym leader. It's just you can no longer get past him, but there's other ways, obviously. So you don't have to leave and re-enter the gym to actually be able to get to the final trainer, or the final gym leader, I guess. Just the fastest way that's possible involves that technique. Bling 58. Yep, it's time for Gengar. I'm wondering if a rock would be afraid of a ghost. Probably not, right? Oh, rollout. Ouch. Oh, leftovers. How much did I get? Oh, 9. So, using leftovers, I restore 9 HP every turn. That's not bad. I mean, I have to go through the animation every time, but... Marowak. Honestly, I'm switching over to... Oh, why not Articuno? Marowak is an evolved Pokemon. I think it might just be a little tedious to do this with Gengar. And Ice should be super effective, because Marowak is a ground-type Pokemon. I also want to mention, I recently saw a forum post. I was told about this by a streamer I watch. There's a pretty cool ROM hack for Pokémon FireRed. And just in case you don't know, a ROM hack is basically some non-Nintendo employee, just some random person, I guess, taking a ROM of this game and basically editing it, so they're changing the game. And often enough I find these to be pretty poor, because those people really... I mean, they're just random people, so sometimes they might just have a talent for making games, but by default they're not game developers, they have no experience in the field often enough. So it's kind of quite often it's a bit of a shambles, but this one actually looks really good. It's called Pokemon Gaia. It's based on FireRed, but it actually has all of the Pokemon that have released up until this point. So all the 6 generations of Pokemon, they're all in the game. And I believe you can get them all, or you're supposed to eventually, because it's not finished yet. I don't know. Okay, reducing my speed. I still have the higher speed. So it's still in beta phase, but they've also included a bunch of new features that were actually only added in later editions of the game. So stuff like you can let me just go here. I've already fought you. Go here. Haven't fought you yet, but I will. So it's stuff like when you use a repel and it runs out, it instantly asks you if you want to use a new one, which just, it seems so good, just not having to go to the menu every single time. And like when you capture a wild Pokemon, you still get the experience for it, which I guess it's just a change. There's some technical stuff they changed in later generations about which moves are physical and which ones are special, and things like that. And just over the years they've added a lot of interesting features to the game. And basically the guy who made this ROM hack, he included lots of these changes in his ROM hack. And it just makes for a very cool playing experience. But I just think that the touchscreen thing did not work out very well. And that's mostly because... Oh, you use a super potion. Mostly because of that, the way it feels like you have to change between touchpad and not touchpad too much. And I feel that if they wanted to make that system work, they should have either been doing the touchscreen all around, so you could move with the touchscreen as well, meaning you could just use the sort of pen thing all the time, or just ignore the fact that it's a touchscreen, which they could have done just as well, and it would have worked. But I know switching back and forth, it's tedious. And anyway, it's the ROM hack is designed for the Game Boy Advance SP, I believe. That's the... yeah, whatever came right before the Nintendo DS. That's what it is designed for, and I really like that game system. It has a bunch of... it controls well, it handles well, and it's a cool system, basically. So, yeah, that ROM hack is still in development, as I said. But I just really like it when the ROM hack is sort of well made, and you can clearly tell lots of effort have gone into it. It's a different story, different area, different everything. And it looks really cool, the guy, or it might be a team of people. But anyway, whoever does the mapping has sort of a real talent for it, or a skill for it at least. So the maps look quite cool, and it just covers one of those weaknesses that Pokemon has. That the slogan is "gotta catch 'em all," but because of, I guess, being able to make more money that way, it's not actually possible to catch 'em all. Okay, we can't go this way right now because once you do leave and rejoin the arena, you can't actually go the back way anymore. Because now he's blocking the back way, so you have to go this way. Oh, Gengar is going to be fine, right? I don't really need the backup save, but I'm doing it anyway. Welcome to my hideout. It shall be so until I can restore Team Rocket to its former glory. But you have found me again, so be it. This time I'm not holding back. Once more you shall face Giovanni, the greatest trainer. Wow, level 45. I'm almost not overleveled anymore. Take a Shadow Ball to the face. Maybe I should have used Hypnosis actually. Yeah, probably should have. And no, I won't use Gengar for the entire gym leader fight, just having it for my first Pokemon. Wow, you might actually be faster than me now. Still slower than me, wow. I mean, Rhyhorn is slow and Gengar is fast, but... it's missing 3 times in a row, it's kind of annoying. But that was 3 scary faces, so my speed has been harshly reduced 3 times. And I'm still faster. Or at least tied. Don't know. Finally it works. Wow. The chance of hitting with a Hypnosis is 60%, I believe. So it's 40% to not to hit, so it's I don't even know, maybe 5% not to hit 3 times in a row. It can happen, basically. You know what? I'm beginning to be a bit annoyed by you. Gengar is strong, but these are very bulky Pokemon and I would really like a type advantage over them. Which is why I'm going to switch either to Articuno or to Gyarados. Probably Articuno. It's... well, he's closer to being the next Pokemon I would use normally. You know what I mean. He's next in line. Or, yeah, I think it's male. But I wanted Gengar to get at least one kill. And it took a while, but it worked. Dugtrio. Let's go for Articuno. I'm hoping I outspeed it, because otherwise it might use Dig and that would be a bit annoying. Actually, it would be fine. But I do outspeed it. Well, I have 15 levels on it, and ground types are usually not very fast. Maybe Sandshrew and Sandslash are fast, but definitely not Dugtrio. I think it's medium to low speed. Rhyhorn, level 50, wow. How about we actually change to Gyarados, just because we can. Oh, level 44, okay. So that level 50 might have already been his strongest. Anyway, Hydro Pump should deal with it quite swiftly. Nidoking, how about we change to... Charizard doesn't have anything super effective. Oh, let's go for it anyway. We have Flamethrower, it's strong. Okay, level 45. So that level 50 Rhyhorn was actually his strongest Pokemon. I remember him being stronger, but I'm not gonna complain. Ha! That was a truly intense fight. You have won. As proof, here is the Earth Badge. And 5,000 Pokebucks. The Earth Badge makes Pokemon of any level obey without question. It is evidence of your mastery as a Pokemon trainer. With it, you can challenge the Pokemon League. Also take this TM. Consider it a gift for your Pokemon League challenge. It's TM26. TM26 contains Earthquake. It's a powerful attack that causes a massive tremor. I made it when I ran the gym here far too long ago. Having lost in this fashion, I can't face my followers. I have betrayed their trust. As of today, Team Rocket is finished forever. As for myself, I shall dedicate my life to training again. Let us meet again someday. Farewell. Wink, and he disappears. So that was the final gym. We now have all the badges, and we can face the Pokemon League. But we're not going to do it this episode, obviously. I won't do any leveling up. I think we are powerful enough for the moment. And we don't actually face the final 5 trainers straight away. We still have a bit of a dungeon to do beforehand, so we should easily be powerful enough for that, I should think. Yeah, no issue there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.